anyways. So probably can't go back to that bad boy for now. But welcome back to the 2 versus Tournament. Spawning here on the leftmost side of the map, we have Team Root Gaming, aka Team Simjang. In the top left, we have, of course, Guacamole, aka Catz, and his teammate in the bottom left, Hydra.
And for Team BigBoys in the upper, on the lower left, lower right, okay. In the lower right, it's as the red Protoss, it's Parting. And in the upper right, as the purple Zerg, it's Sacsri.
Sorry, last time it didn't go off my camera, so I was just kind of guessing. Like, we need to work on our own 2v2 synergy. But we had tried to replace this map with Dune Trenches. Sadly, the guy who was advocating this or made the map, or I don't know what the deal was, did not properly upload it to Korea, I guess. So we can't use it for this one, but maybe the next one. But the interesting thing about Frost, and this is definitely why I chose to pick it in the map pools, this is the map that I think if you're going to go for cheese and early pools, this is the map to do it. And Hydra's going to open this with a 10 pool. I thought Catz would join him on this, but I guess he might be going for speed all in. Follow this up.
Yeah, it looks like it. 13-13. It's kind of Catz's thing, too.
Yeah. But, okay, so the reason this is so fantastic is it's really difficult to support each other. Parting could go full aggressive on this, and looks like he is going to be doing just that. And that might be a good way to try and keep somebody at home. But I think the only player this works on is Catz, because if he tries to cannon rush Hydra, well, Hydra's already got that pool almost finished.
Yeah, and unfortunately that will be where he's going to go first. Sends out 2 probes for it too. Really wants to get the cannon rush down. Actually, if they weren't Zerg, you can cannon rush from the low ground to the high ground, but with creep there, it's... You know what? Does he hit the pool if he cannons the low ground?
I don't know.
But there's no overload coverage. Sacsri would have to get overload down here.
Sacsri will eventually get overload down here, but Parting, here's the thing though. Even if he just keeps Hydra at home with this, like the fact that Hydra's gonna have to spend time cleaning up the cannons, cleaning up the pylon, this really helps deter the 2v1 element. We definitely saw this happen, or attempt to happen in the last tournament, but Parting probably, I'm not sure he needed to cancel that. Either way, spooked a little bit.
Yeah, that was really weird. I thought he would have known it was a 10 pool from just...
Scouting, yeah.
I just thought he knew. Oh well. Guess not. So, the pylon finishing, it's actually not so bad. As you said, it will just keep Hydra at home for a very long time.
Look at that production tab right now. Every player going for speed, every player going for lings, except for poor Parting who's just trying to build a cannon at home.
Parting is actually the safest one, I would say. Unless, you know, Catz and Hydra both team up on him. Well, but... Sacsri, I think they'd have a better option teaming up on Sacsri.
Yeah, exactly. And if Sacsri wasn't going for this bailing nest right now, I would borderline say this game is over. But he should be able to take some decent bailing hits. The idea is like he's already going to be hitting... Hydra's going to be sending a lot of links across the map. Catz is going to be sending a lot of links across the map. But the beautiful thing about that is a good bailing connect can still level out the playing field, whether it's 2 Zerglings or 20 Zerglings if they surround that bailing.
It's gonna get real confusing. And Parting really can't help out. When he gets a mothership core, he can send it across the map. And it'll kind of help, but not really. So he's just kind of saying, like, Sacsri, you hold you. And maybe, you know, maybe if you die, then I'll be able to win the mid game.
Well, I gotta give it to Sacsri. He's doing a good job holding for now. Keep in mind, this is a normal amount of links with a couple of banelings coming behind this. But he could level this out with these 3 banelings of his own should they get to connect. Right now, I'm sure Hydra's, okay. Right now, one thing's for certain. Sacsri's probably not too happy that Parting went for cannons, because it's the one thing Parting goes for that he can't help his teammate with. The Bailey's hit, the drones are dead, Sacsri is dying.
Even if Parting had gone for a gateway expand, that could have just been worse, you know? He may not have scouted, or if he did, like, how is he going to defend a 10 pull and a 13-13? Like,
sure enough.
At least he is safe. And Sacsri could just give whatever minerals he had. In fact, if he might have been banking on like those miracle bailing hits that you thought might happen, but if he hadn't, he just should have given all his money to Parting.
Yeah, I think it is definitely a what-if situation. He did send all his money over to Parting. So the question is, what is Parting going to do behind this? He knows his opponent's both dedicated to banelings. He knows his opponent's both dedicated to these earlier lings.
Sacsri going scouting for Parting is really helpful.
It's a pretty big deal, because for Parting, it looks like he's still gonna go for this one. Like Parting is such a badass that he is gonna try and 1v2 this. This isn't some awkward GG timing. This is something where he's trying to capitalize on his opponents having invested this early. Neither of them have an expansion down. Both of them are one basing it. And he'll recognize that, okay, well, Hydra doesn't have a Baneling Nest. This might be the prime target to go for, but it is going to be difficult for Parting to move across the map. That's for certain. But
okay, Sacsri, just micro these 4 lings forever. Oh, 3.
Yeah,
Oh, 2.
I wonder if this is a situation where Parting trusts him enough. This is here, let me give you army control.
Yeah.
Oh, no! Was this intentional?
No.
No way.
I have no idea how that happened, but that just happened.
Well, he could kill the pylon to release him at least.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad to lose a 3rd pylon. He also went for a War Prism, or started to last game, so could also do that.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That might be his only way to actually get across the map, right? There's going to be so many speedlings roaming around, but both Catz and Hydra, they went for the layer tech. One goes for Infestation Pit, the other goes for Roaches. This is really interesting.
Oh, man. I don't know why the other one isn't going for Spire in both games, honestly. I think that's, maybe
right,
I just had, like, PTSD from the 4v4s that I played. Some guy kept going, Mutas, you know who you are. And it was the most annoying thing in the world.
Well, I feel it'd be really cool because if, let's say Catz went Roaches, those are actually not too gas expensive. So you could go Roaches and feed your opponent the gas from Mutalisks, and it'd be kind of like having 2 bases. But it's actually Swarm Host coming out of Catz. Oh dear.
Sacsri has 0 supply but 1 ling.
Well, it's I guess they round down in StarCraft 2. It's 0.5 supply after all.
It's like his Overlord microing, like microing.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Sacsri's playing an MMO right now. He's got 1 hero, 1 champion, right? He's playing League of Legends, or I don't know. Whereas everyone else is playing StarCraft 2.
Champion in a level 50 area. Oh.
Well, Parting did manage to sneak across the map. He warped on the low ground. And he's actually hitting this really interesting, this very scary timing where, frankly, both players are in the middle of this transition. There's not that many Roaches out just yet. Catz is certainly not going to have Swarm Hosts across the map anytime soon. If Parting can get a pylon down on the high ground, he could infinitely force field out anything out of that main.
Ooh, he doesn't have enough stuff to take all these Roaches.
No,
this isn't powerful enough.
Well, the Mothership Core.
Oh, Parting, just start like macroing, I guess. Like, I don't like. There's no way you're gonna beat back the Roaches.
No,
well, I shouldn't say that. Force fields could make something happen.
Oh, sick! Sick! How is Catz gonna get across the map? He'll do it with a friendly base Nidus Worm.
Oh. Ew, will that be in time?
I don't know. I just think it's cool. The tactics are definitely well thought out. But you mentioned like Parting might want to go home at macro, and 1v1 I would agree, but that's the problem. He's playing 2v2, and the longer this goes, the worse it gets for him. And I think
oh no, that might be it.
That might just be it. Team Simjang looking in dire straits here.
I think I have Sofa units.
Parting takes the fight against Hydra very effectively, but it's the Swarm Hosts from behind that really make this suck. It's weird to see a couple Zealots warped in, but I mean, the low cost for the high health, I mean, they soak those Locust Waves so nicely, so precisely. There's no blink. There's no more force fields. And I think it's no chance. And this is a really smart map pick out of the double Zerg team. I don't think a lot of compositions could pull this off, but meanwhile, we have Hydra give Catz the vision he needs to put a Nidus Worm down in Parting's main. And it's Swarm Host popping out of this baby.
That's gonna be it. He's thinking maybe there won't be another observer.
Oh,
there
well,
is some observer with the army. That's kind of cool.
Like nothing came out of this. Swarm Host the Queen, 2 legs
Wait,
came out of the Nidus Worm.
What?
Because he had sent everything across the map to help Hydra. There's nothing actually at home.
Damn it. Okay, well that wasn't that big of a deal then. That was so lackluster. Okay.
Well, what was kind of cool is like the Overseer gave vision and spotted for him and all that junk, but it also gave the Queen the detection necessary. Parting, by the way, I don't know when, what, where, or why, he managed to sneak out a War Prism into Catz's main. And he's gonna kill the Nidus Worm. There's not enough here. Like, even if the Swarm Host spawn Locusts, the Zealot damage actually outweighs the Locust damage. This is absolutely fantastic. Parting may have just found a way to actually stay in this game, but his front lines are being broken. They are starting to get compromised. Dealing with those couple of Swarm Hosts on the other side of the map are not going to be easy, but if he can break this, he may have just broken Catz's back.
The Muta transition is going to be very effective for Hydra here. Now, he doesn't have a lot of mining. In fact, only at 28 drones on 2 bases, so they will only be like 4 Mutas. But if he can get up to a decent count, Parting's going to have trouble dealing with both Swarm Hosts and Mutas. Sure.
Mothership Core being the real MVP. trying to
doing a
knock
good job.
this swarm host down. Force
Get 'em!
fields, keep the locust back. That Nexus is getting dangerously low. Is Parting really doing? I know Parting's a good player, Zombie Girl, but is Parting really almost 1v2ing?
Yeah, no, he's definitely almost 1v2ing, but I don't know if it's going to be actually a winning 1v2. He killed a lot of drones for Catz. Catz out on 18. Hydra pumping out just a few more. And again, only 4 mutas are really popping out as the Spire finishes, but he's doing a good job.
If Catz could get some form of detection over here, he would have actually ravaged most of this, but...
he's still doing a decent job. Gonna go ahead and surround the queen here. Tried to.
It seems silly, but even something simple like just denying
he
mining.
saved the queen of the Nidus.
For now. Oh, goes back in again. But gets some of that stuff. Trading Warp Prism pickup micro for Nidus Warp pickup micro.
Yo, Parting, give Sacsri the Warp Prism micro. You're banking minerals.
Yeah, I like this though, because I mean he was kind of screwing with the mining for a bit. Looks like Catz is a little more back on par where he needs to be. What is this Nidus Worm? I mean, this is cool, but he doesn't need it right now.
Just in case.
I really wish if there's a second Warp Prism, Hydra had just sent his entire army to help Catz defend his main. The Warp Prism on the other side of the map could have been devastating, but Spinecrawler wall comes down. You don't see this every day.
Nice. 2 base muta. You don't see this that often anymore. There are those 5, 4 mutas, whatever it's I was talking about, and Parting just simply won't have enough minerals after a while. It looks like they're gonna let him secure a 3rd, which is just mind-boggling.
This is an insane game. I never in my life would imagine after the 10-minute mark Parting had a chance, but he might straight up kill the main.
Yeah, he's gonna break Hydra. That's not enough spine crawlers. There's not enough mutas.
He's elevatoring units up to the main like he's tearing.
Hydra, what are you using your minerals on? Spend them!
Oh my god.
There we go.
Well, back at home, he did take a bit of mutilus damage, but looks like Parting has managed to hold for now. He's lost a lot of his gateways, but he's already replacing those pylons. And if Parting can kill Hydra, I feel very good about his chances to win this game, but he completely elevators everything to the main. Catz is now putting a Nidus Swarm down to try and help his teammate get those Swarm hosts across the map and defend, but for Hydra's sake, I mean, his layer's in some trouble.
Yeah, he's pumping out the last meters that they can. These meters are going to be very important, but the Swarm hosts, even if they pop out, I don't think there's enough of them to deal with the entire army.
Yeah, he might actually be able to straight up force field through the middle lines here.
He's choked the locust, the stupid locusts!
Oh, those force fields get to deny some of the escaping time, but...
Parting.
Is there enough Stalkers to deal with the Mutalisk? I guess so.
Yeah,
Guardian Shield looking good. Link's trying to get us around, but of course there's a force field on that ramp. It misses, but the Colossus are so good at Parting. Well, he might lose his third behind it. He does lose his third behind this, but taking out the main of one of his opponents, this is unmeasurably good.
Yeah. Well, Catz has gotten up to 40 drones. You know, he was at 13 or something for a little while. So his Swarm host count's going to get pretty good, but unless Hydra can start harassing, I don't know. I really don't know. Parting losing that third just changed a lot of things.
I agree, but it doesn't mean he can't retake it, because if he annihilates enough of this... Now, it's sad to say that there's no Mothership Core, there's no recall, there's no getting back out of this, but if he shuts down enough of what Hydra has, I mean, really, this gets him into the game in a big way. His own Stalker count is great enough that he might push the front lines, or he might go for an attack on Catz. Oh my god. Sacsri is still scouting with Overlords. This seems so minor, guys, but the information that he's been giving Parting this whole game has been very critical to every move that Parting's made.
Parting can't base trade. I'm pretty sure he can't. So I'm not sure about bringing the rest of these Stalkers. He is going to effectively just kill Hydra.
Okay, but here's my thought process on this. He knows Catz is gone for this really slow game. Oh, Catz actually got Nidus in the main. I take this back. If Catz didn't have this Nidus Swarm down, okay, the locusts are slow. They're hard to get across the map. The Swarm hosts won't really get here. If he can kill this base and walk back home, this puts him in a fantastic spot. But he's got to go back home now, because you're right. Base trading against Catz at this point could be a little bit difficult. However, he's got the army size to do it. Oh my god, he's pulling the probes. He might.
Base trade.
God. He's kind of doing it though, because what does Catz have back at home? He's trying to get a Spire down. He wants to get out what his couple Corruptors if he can, but the Mutalisks I don't think can actually deal with the full might of the Stalkers, not all at once.
despite being on a healthy, quote-unquote, drone count,
This is
like 41, he really doesn't have that many storm posts. He's going to be up to 8. No, 7.
Oh my god, I thought this was definitely going to be the game where Catz and Hydra bring it back and we go to the ace match, but Parting is on the verge of possibly 2v1ing, and I know Parting is good at StarCraft 2, but Parting is seriously ascending to god status right now. Now, he's got a lot of probes on the front lines, so he can build more simulators, he can build more pylons. He doesn't have to actually lose this base trade straight up, but at the same time, Hydra needs to back a tree on the other side of the map. So Party has to go through so much, and Stalkers don't have Blink. It's just normal Stalkers.
Oh yeah, he was trying to go up there with the Twilight Council, but never able to do it. He's really missing out on this, you know, trademark power.
Catz is going to evacuate a couple drones across the map too. This is really cool and stupid. If Parting had a mothership with the army, if he didn't lose, if it didn't die, there's a very good chance he may have recalled at some point this game and saved himself. But still, going for the base trade, the power of Protoss right now is very unreal. Parting could build a Nexus! You know what? Parting could build a Nexus!
Yeah, well that's what I thought his plan was, but the more pylon he puts down, I mean, I realize he has to survive and he's, you know, he can't build on creep, but if he just depends on pylons, I think that means that Zerg wins. It's only pylons and, you know, simulators.
And he's got to go back across the map, but the problem is, of course, he doesn't know where all these other bases have gone down. Hatcheries being placed down to the bottom left. Catz with hatcheries all over the place. I mean, oh my god, if there was Blink, if there was mobility, this could be a very different game.
Yeah, if there weren't mutas, it could be a very different game. Even with the low amount of mutas that he has, it's still very important.
Oh my goodness, Zombie Grub. We are witnessing the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I thought Frost last week was crazy. I take that back, because Frost this week is crazy.
Oh, he would love to have Blink to just take down that base. I mean, the good news is that muta count is so low that he can spread his army. He can split it up, and while he doesn't have Blink, again, getting away from the Swarm Host isn't going to be, you know, super easy, but it is still kind of easy, you know? Like, see a Swarm Host, don't attack there.
Well, look at the unit counting station for what's available. I mean, Locusts are going to be hard to get around, because that's still free damage no matter how you look at it. And Parting doesn't exactly have the busting power that you normally would. He's actually bringing a lot of force fields to catch these links right now, but... Oh man, he's sitting at 400 mineral. I guarantee you right now he's thinking about expanding. I'm putting an Nexus down. I really think he should.
The natural's actually still pretty healthy. Again, Catz is like, you know, never really been on a high drone count.
I think he could, and with the fact that he retained 15 probes out of this, I really think he could play a strong macro game behind this. And looks like he's waiting for that last little bit of creep to clean up at Zombie Grub.
He can't cancel the Nexus though. If he cancels the Nexus, he won't have enough minerals.
I don't think there's gonna be a threat of that though. His whole army's here.
There's not enough mutas,
okay, I guess this is what it boils down to, right? Can Catz and Hydra both recover faster than Parting? Because Parting,
I want to say yes, but
yeah, Parting has to put down so many pylons before he can build anything. That's, I think, the biggest difference. So the economy is going to be better for Catz and Hydra because they can build drones all day.
That is really, really true. It's going to be a long time. That is what... How many pylons is that? Like 10 pylons? It's 1,000 minerals he has to mine before being able to even produce. Yeah, but you know, I think what's even better is going for Blink.
That might be better, actually, yeah. Just get the, he doesn't even need gas for it at this point. He would just do the pylon, the gate. Actually, he's got a pylon, so the gateway, the cyber core, and the Twilight Council. But I think for Parting 2, the stress is on, right? He knows his opponents are trying to recover. You know, they're not being revealed. He saw the hatcheries with Sacsri's overlords before they died, and thank God for that. But while he moves through the map, the mutalisks are going to wrap around. And
he kept some stalkers at home.
I like that he left the sentries at home more so.
You know, this might not be enough for the mutas and the roaches, though. This is a little dangerous. Oh, Hydra's not going to go for it, though.
Oh, he could get sandwiched in between a locust wave, though, and the roaches, and that could be deadly, because, of course, it's fighting on two different fronts, which is something you don't want to do with Colossus, but... no Blink micro. That's Parting's jam, right? Like, if Parting had Blink, I would just... I would call this in the favor of him. 10 times out of 10, but force fields are going to be necessary on that ramp. He misses it for the legs. The Colossus are maneuvering around the best they can, but the mutalisks are being removed from the fight. They're being removed from the game, and this is going to allow him to fight with the full force of his army. Gets the last couple mutalisks.
Oh, it's so important. Without mutas, he'll know where any attack is happening.
This is insane. Now it might be better to go for Hydra's base, I would say, truth be told. Oh, he's just going to pull the probes. He's pulling the boys.
Oh, God,
no.
again, if he had Blink. Blink would be so useful.
I know he could bait the Swarm Host, the Locust one way, and then blink down to the low ground and walk the other. But
you know,
Catz is starting to produce again. It's been a long time, but he's finally got money for Swarm Hosts.
Yeah, the Swarm Hosts are still the scariest part for me. It's always going to be the mutas.
Well, there's not a lot of them, but one Mutalisk.
Well, Hydra's going back up there.
Yeah. Well, Catz is going to go for it. He's going to try and break this. He does have vision to see this. If he can break the Locust Wave, he gets on top of this, but that's it for recovery tactics. The one Mutalisk is not going to exactly devastate this base, but the Lings just might. And I think Parting, despite his hard work, is ultimately going to lose this game.
Yeah.
This was still the most amazing 1v2 I think anyone's going to see in a long time for StarCraft 2. Look at that Force Field chokes is so many of the Locusts.
He's going to kill Catz. But Hydra's the one recovering now.
Yeah,
all Hydra has to do is build a couple of muted. Well, you know he's gonna kill the Nexus anyways. Never mind.
But you know what? Parting, he pulled some probes. Did he get any? There's one still standing and is building an assimilator. Oh my God, Zombie Grub! This might not be over just yet. Getting one single probe out to base trade is huge.
See, the thing is always that if Catz has any drones, Hydra just gives him money to start building hatcheries everywhere.
True enough. And he does have a couple of drones.
The time is not on Parting's side. Parting just loses. Like, they're gonna be revealed. There's no way that he can protect. Well, is there? Could he split up his army and still protect one building while attacking with the other half of the army?
I don't know. And that's the problem too. He's left the assimilators up. He has to kill those. One Stalker being left behind is maybe a bit much. I'm not sure if force fields or maybe hallucinations are better at this point, but it looks like he is going to run around the army.
Uh-oh.
This is the last building for Parting. Where's the probe? It can still build.
Army. It's gotta be.
Okay, it can still build a couple pylons as he marches across. But Catz, as you said, is trying to still recover. This is absolute bananas. Mutalisk coming out. There's a oh, he's actually build canceling to preserve those minerals.
He could kill Hydra here and kill the mutas. They wouldn't be able to recover in time. Like, he needs to get rid of the army.
Oh, he's sitting on top of this assimilator.
The economy. Like, he has to do everything.
Oh, the force fields are so good!
Oh, he just runs away, though. And the Colossus isn't dying? Colossus actually dies really slow to, like, 4 mutas. What the hell? Oh, he's returning. That probe's panicking. He doesn't know where to go with this. But this is the end of Hydra's army and Parting. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Parting gonna do it? There's not enough army to take on half of his army.
Get a pylon on the high ground, maybe?
There is 8 army left for the other team. It's like 2 mutas. Like, what the hell?
Catz is trying to recover with 2 drones. That's it. That's not enough for economy. I mean, broodlings are going to be a pain to deal with. He'll have to back off when he starts killing buildings because he can't actually deal with broodlings too effectively. But he's left stalkers with the... I'm speechless.
He's going to win. He took out the army, and now he's taking out the bases. I don't think they can recover fast enough with the little drones that they have.
Oh my God. Hydra has the drones, but he doesn't have the mining capability. Catz has the hatchery, but he doesn't have the drones. There's some really disgusting irony going on. Well, I guess not irony, but we'll call it coincidence? Whatever. Either way, this is... Wow,
Parting's totally gonna win now. Oh my God.
Look at Hydra! I don't think he can believe it either. I can't believe it. Like, what do you do? Do you pull the drones and just try to kill the last building? I mean, this...
It wouldn't be like there's still enough minerals to put another assimilator. 2 assimilators, right? No,
one.
160.
Yeah, he can build
but he still put a pylon.
True enough. Catz has got some extractors in the top right as well that are not going down anytime soon. Sadly, they don't complete out, but his base mining is not going to be enough. Hydra's, he can give him 48 minerals, I guess. This is miracle. I agree. I agree. Parting, I mean, he's leaving the extractors up. This is funny. Catz, give him the money. Catz doesn't have any money to give him. I think that's it. Good game well played, ladies and freaking gentlemen. We have witnessed the birth of a god.
You know, Game 7 Flash versus Parting was nothing compared to that.
Dude, it wasn't, because you know what? Well, Flash.